During World War II, millions of young men were drafted or volunteered to serve their country.
A few thousand participated in experiments in a top-secret program and vowed never to speak about what happened to them. But then they got sick, and the government wouldn't help until now.
This was secret. He couldn't speak about it. If he did speak about it, there was the risk that he could be put in Fort Leavenworth at that point.
Arla Harrell of Missouri was an 18-year-old orphan when he volunteered during World War II. He was sent to a base in southwest Missouri at the beginning of his tour in 1945.
He was an orphan at the time. He was purposely exposed to mustard gas and secret experiments by the Army at Camp Crowder, Missouri.
Harrell was among the hundreds of American military men who underwent secret tests by the U.S. government to see how different types of skin tones reacted to chemical weapons like mustard gas.
When I found out about it, I was really angry about it, and I still am.
The project was declassified in the 90s, and since then, Harrell's family has been fighting to get him the help he needs. Right now, he's 89 years old and living in a nursing home in Macon, Missouri, and has lost his ability to speak.
My father has a history of asthma and atypical pneumonias and emphysema and all of those things that are related to mustard gas exposure.
After years of fighting red tape, they called Senator Claire McCaskill's office for help.
And they had been frustrated. They'd been at this for decades.
For the past 2 years, McCaskill has worked to pass legislation to help veterans who were impacted by the secret experiment 70 years ago. This week, the Arla Harrell Act was approved by the House and Senate and now heads to the president's desk.
Finally, the government is going to say to Arla Harrell, "We believe you," which is all he's asking for. He really doesn't care about the money.
It's a victory the Harrell family says they wouldn't have won without a U.S. senator in their corner.
She's done a good job of advocating for us.
Critics have stated because it was a top-secret project, the soldiers had no paperwork to prove what happened to them. The Arla Harrell Act will put the burden of proof on the Veterans Administration instead of on the veteran.
A cause for